Two Colorado Springs families speaking out after they say deer attacked their dogs in two local neighborhoods.
And one of the family's dog actually got away injured, and the other's dog was actually killed on their front lawn. It's something adding to the debate about deer overpopulation.
Bill Folsom spoke with both families. He's here in studio with a closer look at this issue. Bill.
Yeah, the occasional wildlife versus pet encounter usually happens with animals like mountain lions and coyotes. This is deer in the middle of the city. Both victims say they thought deer were not much of a threat. They now think different. You see deer across most of Colorado Springs, including this middle of the city, quiet North Carefree neighborhood between Academy and Powers.
And at first it was like, oh, look how pretty, like there's deer.
We've seen plenty of deer around here and thought that they were cute.
There's now a new reality. Rachel Smith spotted a doe and two fawns crossing to her next door neighbor's yard. She stepped out with her little boy to look. She couldn't see them and went back in. She didn't realize her tiny 7-pound Yorkie slipped out. Minutes later, she got devastating news.
Pounding on my door saying that my dog was on our front lawn taking his last breaths because the mom deer had stomped him to death.
Neighbors say the dog was in its own yard and calm, but the doe thought it was too close to the fawns.
He wasn't barking, apparently.
He was trapped under a deer and the deer was kicking him. And I was trying to get the deer's attention by waving my arms and stomping my feet, and finally my dog got loose.
Shauna Simmons lives 2 doors up from where the Yorkie died. Her dog versus deer encounter happened in her fenced backyard. She says a couple months back, 2 bucks silently jumped the fence. She let the dog out, not knowing they were there. Her dog limped for a couple weeks, but survived.
I think that absolutely something needs to be done. They're overrun, they're pests at this point, is the way I look at them.
I feel that the deer are not afraid of people at this point. They're so used to being around them that I'm worried that they're going to harm another animal or a child.
My heart goes out to the family that lost their Yorkie.
Colorado Springs City Councilman Don Knight is part of a committee involved in a multi-year study of deer overpopulation in the city. It's an emotional issue with about a 50-50 split on whether deer should be thinned. They've looked at deer versus car crashes, disease, and destruction to landscapes. There's now a new issue joining the conversation.
And I know, we've had neighbors lose pets to coyotes, etc., but this is the first time I heard anybody losing a pet to a deer, so it's good to know.
Families say this is about their pets and the devastation, but also and just as much about kids. Both have kids under the age of 5. City Council says email or call with information about deer. This is still a very active issue. Rob?